I would like to say something, Mayor.
Okay.
And I want to share this because I'm one of those individuals who firmly believe that there is a government for the people and by the people. And I, as a council member, do not sit here and make the final judgment for everything for the people. And in the process that we have in America, and if it was not for that process, I am a pure witness of the fact that I would not be here today if it was not for the belief and the trust in the process that we have in America to let the people decide. And this issue that we're here before today, it's not the first issue that we've had like this. There's been 2 prior issues in which the citizens of this city stood and said, we will make the decision, yes or no. And so for all the comments, all the negatives, all the issues about when is the time, when is not the time, when is the right time. We just stood before, Ms. Johnson just stood before us and said, if she was a whiz, if we were whizzes, predicting the future. And I take some personal issues with this because as an African American, when I look around this city, and I look at the city that I live in, and I look at the history of this city, and I see that from the northeast quadrant of Oklahoma City, the transformations that has occurred, the racism that existed in the past, the continued complaints of citizens as it relates to not because there's not enough public safety, but some of the treatment that they say that they receive as a result of that we have. When I look at some of the issues of the housing, and I look at some of the issues of the surfacings of the streets, and I continue to hear people say that we continue to get the little bit of the services as opposed to the whole. But because those individuals continue to have faith, because they continue to believe in a process that says that it's going to be a fair and equitable playing field through this system. The Maps for Kids, and when I look at the Northeast Quadrant in reference to the schools, the citizens that voted 2-1 for Maps for Kids, they believed that they were going to get brand new schools, and those brand new schools came to light. The Douglas School, the Douglas Field, and all the improvements, those citizens see that their vote was not in vain. What would it have been if the 8 people sitting on this council would have said, no, don't put this out to the citizens? And then to have the continuance complaints of our educational system. And I just want the record to be clear that I don't vote for everyone in this city. I'm voting for everyone in this city to have an opportunity to vote. And for certain individuals to come before us and act as if that they're threatening us, if we do this, what's going to happen? If that's the process that we have resulted to, then God bless you. But I truly believe that as citizens and as elected officials, that there is never, ever anything that we do that's going to satisfy the likes of everyone. But at some point in time, I think when we exercise the right to give the citizens the right to make a choice, let them make a conscious decision. Let them see what the growth of Oklahoma City has been. Let them look back and see what it was 50 years ago. And I think that's my duty. I think the rest of this council has an honor to the citizens of this city, that we didn't do this waking up one morning and said, oh, let's just go down to the city council, let's put this on the agenda, and Mayor, we want you to put these list of items on there, and we want to vote for it and send it out to the citizens. We didn't do that. This was a process that was open to the citizens by way of a survey, and based upon the responses from that survey, the citizens said that this is what they like. And the citizens said that we have a great fire department. The citizens said that they were satisfied with fire. The citizens said they were satisfied with our police department. That's what the citizens said. It was the citizens that addressed the issue of transportation, mass transit, better bus system. That's what the citizens said. And who are we not to listen to them? If we listen to every interest group that comes in, why can't we listen to the citizens, the little people in our society that don't have major interest groups to stand up and fight for them? All they can do is respond to a survey. They can answer the telephone and say on the telephone from the questions that's being asked to them what they like and what they dislike. And that's what the city council is supposed to look at and respond to make it better, to improve it. And that's all we're trying to do. And I would ask that those individuals would respect at least that. Now, one time have I ever had anyone through this whole ordeal come up and ask me, why are you even thinking about a MAPS? The questions was always, what are you going to have on the MAPS project? What's going to be the list of projects? Every interview that I had with a newspaper or a radio station, those was the questions. And will we ever be in a situation where we can satisfy the financial likes of everyone? No. Because that's not the process that we have. There's always going to be those who think that they should have more and that the city should give more. But the process that we have here today is a process that we can at least look back and say, we tried it, it worked the first time, we tried it, it worked the second time, and on each one of those processes, it was open, it was transparent, and the citizens, not interest groups, not 8 people sitting here on this council saying that we're not going to let you have an opportunity to voice your opinion. And I'm sure a lot of people would like to stand here today and say what they like or dislike, but they're not here. So that day will come in which the judgment will be made based upon those individuals making a rational decision for their own self-interest and for what they believe the growth of this city should be in the next 15 or 20 years. Thank you.
Thanks, Skip. You spoke for me. I appreciate your words.